I'm Dr. Kalpana Nagpal, Senior Consultant at Indraprastha Apollo Hospital in the Department of ENT, Head and Neck Surgery and Robotic Surgery. Snoring and sleep apnea has been prevalent time immemorial, but the snoring disorders are various. Sleep apnea is the most serious of all of them. Snoring is ignored by most people. Snoring is associated by this critical condition called sleep apnea. It's a multi-level disease where the upper airway collapses at various levels. So the airflow is not uniformly maintained during sleep. During the 7 to 8 hours of sleep, oxygen saturations need to be maintained roughly 98 to 100%. But in patients suffering from sleep apnea, the oxygen drops now and then. In fact, the breathing pauses, like breathing stops for a few seconds several times during sleep. Now, the multiple interruptions in sleep actually affects heart and brain activity. This is confirmed, and there's been largely established data throughout the world. And the large countries like America, Japan, and Korea, etc., have even published data where snoring and sleep apnea is associated with cardiac dysfunction and brain strokes, and even muscle dystrophies and various other conditions. Like in ENT, even tinnitus and sensorineural deafness can be related to this, apart from, of course, ENT cancers. Any cancers for that matter, such patients have high incidence, more than 10 times the risk. Still, the challenge here is at two levels. One is patient acceptance that it is actually a serious disorder. Now, these people have to understand that if they do not want to walk into the ER with, chest pain or suffer from, any triple vessel disease, or if they do not want to undergo CABGs or anything for that matter, it is to be adopted at the preventive health medicine level. Even cardiologists and physicians throughout the world, I think, should emphasize the sleep apnea in their clinics itself. At OPD level in ENT, every day I screen a lot of sleep apnea cases. We have these AHC patients, which means annual health check patients. They come for preventive health checks. On a day, every day at least 10 patients of sleep apnea are screened, and out of the 10, one might come back saying, "Doc, what do we do next?" And that's the time then I advise them that they need to go for a study called overnight polysomnography. This is one night, monitoring of sleep patterns. It is basically, REM-related hypotonia, which means in sleep, the tone of the muscles anyway is low in even normal people. But in such people, the hypotonia, meaning the tone is so low that the airway collapses. And this collapse, this is what is critical. It can even affect the memory of patients. It can even affect the sexual dysfunction, and it can increase the irritability. It can increase daytime fatigue. Even accidents can happen, and this is why it is to be implemented even at the government level, where preventive health programs are taken up. Sleep apnea is to be screened even in drivers driving on the roads. Now, currently, we have this robotic surgery treatment for sleep apnea. For a long period of time, pulmonologists and physicians would actually recommend CPAP and BiPAP. Now, these are external devices used by the patient, and they're asked to use it overnight during sleep. And the question is, how many of them use it regularly? The minimum usage should be at least 6 hours every night, but most people just, use it for 2 or 3 hours, and some people, even give it up. And so there's no point using it for a temporary period of time, because if one opts for CPAP, it has to be a lifelong thing. Even during travel, they're supposed to carry with them, and they, use it every night and all night. Now, this is not happening, and so there were some surgical options also available for a very long time. In fact, I've been treating sleep apnea patients, other sleep surgeries as well, for more than 15 years. But the outcomes with other sleep surgeries is not so good as to the current most available treatment, that is the robotic treatment for sleep apnea, which includes midline glossectomy. It is basically, for in simple language, for patients who understand this, the base of the tongue, meaning the backside, the posterior most part of the tongue, is the main culprit, because that's the one which actually collapses behind, and that touches the palate and shuts off the airway completely. Now this is the main, it depends. Again, we have grading, and we see how severe is the grade and how much is the obstruction happening, and based on that we decide some treatment plan, like this transoral surgery, which means we are putting the robotic arms through the throat without any external scar or incision. And depending upon the level of obstruction, as I said, tongue base, some could be having a floppy epiglottis, which is that valve behind that. That also probably needs correction. In addition, there could be a simple nasal procedure where there could be, deviated nasal bone or polypi, etc., performed in concurrent. Like we are doing a multi-level surgery at the same sitting, meaning robotic midline glossectomy along with other procedures, and it's giving us great outcomes. This robotic surgery for sleep apnea, in fact, we have published our paper. It was a poster presentation in the Europe. It was the World Congress held last month, and there are not too many data available in Asian population. And for this large series, like we had 45 cases, both pre and post-operative AHIs were monitored. AHI means the apnea-hypopnea index. The physicians do understand how important this is. So we have seen, significant drop of AHI levels post this. And as far as patients are concerned, patients' quality of life tremendously improves. And we have had this patient feedback register maintained, and some interesting videos and emails coming to us saying, Doc, we even now remember the dreams that are happening during our sleep, which earlier we used to never recall the following morning. So these kind of things are very satisfying and gratifying, and it's the increasing morning freshness, and overall, every patient has a different story to say actually.